Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here in the webinar. I am Rajesh Singh, your host and guide for today's webinar. Today, we shall be talking about how to secure or how to get a job in clinical trial industry. Just I'll start with a presentation, and after the presentation, we shall be interacting with each other. I shall be taking questions from you. I'd like to request you all, just please keep your camera and microphone switched off while the presentation is going on. And please do write your questions in the chat box so that we can take the questions one by one. Yeah, I'm starting now. I hope it is visible on your screen. The very important thing, I hope most of us who are present here are looking for a career into the trial industry. And there are a lot of challenges of getting into the trial industry, and we'll discuss why the challenges are, because most of us are unaware about the real issues or the real challenges that are uh, that are being faced while getting into the industry. So first, we'll understand what the industry is, what are the job roles, what is the basic requirement, what are the key skills required, and then we'll move ahead on how to overcome these issues, how to get yourself trained, how to get yourself ready, prepared for the job roles. First, try to understand what is clinical trial industry. Right? So it's a clinical trial as a research study that tests a new medication approach in people. This can include medications, devices, surgery, or even diet plans. The goal is to see if these interventions or the doses are safe and effective for people or the volunteers who participate in the trial. And the researchers or the scientists, they closely monitor their health throughout the process. Clinical trial are essential for developing new treatments and improving healthcare. Trial is also very much important because the drugs or anything which goes inside the human body is directly related to the human life. And as the humanity is growing, the government and the agencies cannot take a risk on the human lives. So the trial is becoming more and more mandatory in every corner of this world. Now, it's very important to understand what is the industry and what is the trend of growth in the industry. We can see sitting today, like in 23-24, the market size is approximately 80 billion dollar, and which is a huge market if we consider. And this is growing by more than 5% year by year. And you can assume that by 30, we would be doubling the size of the clinical trial industry. There are many factors which guides or which is helping the trial industry to grow. The first is the rising chronic disease, because we see like we saw the pandemic, COVID pandemic, uh, how the people life were got affected and the demand for new drug uh, arises. So the chronic disease is growing, like not actually the COVID is not a chronic disease. Chronic disease are like which are going growing year by year. So which is a long-term persistent disease, they are the chronic diseases. Also, the pharmaceutical companies are increasing their stakes or the shares or the investments in the trial. And the more and more drugs are into the pipelines, more and more requirement of the drug development is there. Where there is drug development, the trial will be there. Now, explained that the COVID-19 has fueled the market expansion, because every industry or every drug company or even the agencies, the government body, they felt that they were not prepared for such pandemic. And now there is a huge fund is being poured into the trial so that they should be ready for any such mishap in the future or such pandemic in the future. Right? So yeah. Now, the Indian perspective, we should consider the Indian perspective also, because we all are sitting here in India and we are looking for a job in India. So we should understand that what is the Indian trial market size. You can see in 2023, our size is $2.25 billion, and which is going to double by 2033. So it's a very good growth. And as this industry will grow, more and more people will require to work into the industry, because this is completely an industry which is driven by the talent pool or the manpower everywhere, whether it's a clinical research process, pharmacovigilance, data management, statistical analytics, or the regulatory affairs, or medical writing. Everywhere, the workforce is required, skilled workforce is required. Also, the government of India is making a lot of regulations and coming up with a lot of laws and regulations, which is helping the trial industry to conduct more trials in India. Like the patient enrollment has gone very easy nowadays. Now, we need to understand what are the departments and what are the job roles in the trial industry. Starting from the clinical operations, or you may term it a clinical research, like the clinical operations is at entry level, it's a clinical trial assistant, sometimes a clinical research coordinator. And when you grow into the same domain, you grow to the CRA, clinical research associate, then comes clinical trial coordinator, that is CTC mid-level job role also again, and the clinical project manager. Similarly, the site management associate, and like site management and clinical trial manager, site directors. Into the data management, again, there's a lot of growth opportunity. You start from the data entry assistant or data entry clerk. Again, the nomenclature, the terminology varies from company to company and location to location, and which goes to the data manager and the statistical programmer, the senior level job role. Similarly, the pharmacovigilance, drug safety associate, pharmacovigilance scientist, and pharmacovigilance manager or director are the senior level, experience level job role. Similarly, you can see in the regulatory affairs also, you can start your career. And we will be discussing all the job roles separately after these presentations. And in the medical affairs, even the medical writing, QA, QC, project manager, where there is a lot of growth. There's a lot of growth. You can start at the entry level, and you will grow up to the manager, director, or head of the process also. Now, it's very important. Before this, I'd like to let you know that I face a lot of people, a lot of candidates on the daily basis. And the major challenge with them, a lot of them are trained, but they don't know how to approach, how to apply for the job roles, and their CVs are not getting selected. So it's very important. It's very important to understand whether any specific key skills are required or not. I'll discuss it later on. Like you can see, for the clinical operations, the clinical research, you need to know what is electronic data capture, basic understanding of the Microsoft Office, regulations and guidelines, very much important. You need to know what are the GCP guidelines in depth, medical directory, everything. What are the regulatory regulations, and how to handle the trial management software. Without these, a company avoid candidates, or even selecting their CVs for the interview process. Similarly, for the data management, it's Excel and other software are required, like CleanSoft and other softwares are available there in the market. And basic understanding of what is the DBMS, database management system, what is again the electronic data capture and data entry validation process. These are required. Again, for drug safety or the pharmacovigilance, this like the Argus and RSG, these are the softwares, the knowledge of these softwares are required. And the basic understanding of coding dictionary like METRA, WHO drug dictionary, and the ability to use adverse event reporting system, because in the pharmacovigilance, you are going to analyze the reports which is coming from the trial sites, and you are going to analyze the drug adverse reaction, and based on your reports, it will go to the advanced pharmacovigilance, and further it goes to the regulatory submission. Now, similarly for the regulatory submission, document management software, knowledge of document management software is required. A regulatory database and website, how to navigate these database and websites is very much required. Basic understanding of electronic submission system. Again, here you need to know how to submit the final report to the regulatory. In medical affairs, proficiency in medical literature database, that is PubMed, basic understanding of medical coding system, MITRA, WHOART, that's advanced reaction terminology. And the good command over English language is very much important in the medical affairs. Again, the medical writing software, that is Microsoft Word and Note, these are the required. Similarly, for the QA, QC, the quality management software, knowledge of quality management software, a basic understanding of statistical analytical software is required, and how to use the document control system. This is required. Now, this one is very important to understand. I find a lot of candidates applying for every job role, even when they are coming for a course with us. A lot of students, they want to select a career or select a domain on their knowledge or their information. There are a lot of institutions, I don't want to name anyone, they may offer you any course because they are more concerned about like giving selling their courses. But this is very much important to understand for you people, that what are the uh, eligibility criteria for specific job role or specific department. Like if I talk about the clinical operations, the clinical research, site management, medical affairs, even the medical writing, it's all over there. QA/QC, data management, statistics, regulatory, project management. Everywhere, all the graduates from life sciences, all the graduates from life sciences, whether you are B Farm, M Farm, Farm D, MBBS, BDS, BHMS, BMS, or BSc, MSc, BTech, Biotech, Nursing, you are eligible. Even somewhere like in the statistical analytical system, few candidates from BSc, MSc from statistics are preferred. So if you are out of all any of these qualification, you are eligible for all the above departments. But talking about the drug safety or the pharmacovigilance, though people from other life sciences background, there are few companies who hires a candidate from other life sciences background. Most of the time, the major recruiter, they prefer people who have studied pharmacology. It's point to be noted, the people who have studied pharmacology, because in pharmacovigilance you are going to study or analyze the drug reaction. So company prefer people from pharmacology background, like B Farm, M Farm, Farm D, MBBS, again BDS, BMS, BHMS, nursing. They all are eligible. And anyone else who has a degree with pharmacology as their subject, they may also apply for the pharmacovigilance. So next time when you apply for a job, or even when you are going for a course, always select a course which is suitable to your degree. Otherwise, what will happen? Uh, Even after completing your course or certification, you will not get a call from the company because you will not meet their criteria. Now, there are some additional skills which are required. Uh, like you need to have very much keen interest in analyzing data, reading documents, following the protocols, and adhering to the standards. Very much organizational skills are required, like you need to work in corporate settings and how to work with your peers or with seniors. So this is not a alone job, you have to work in a team because there will be always a big team with you. Communication skills, very much important. uh, I face a lot of question that what is the use of communication skills, but to make you aware, the English communication, especially not the only the communication skills, even the language, the English communication is very much required for a job in the clinical trial industry. The region, most of the trial is a global phenomena. First, you need to understand most of the trial process are either from US or the UK or the any other European country or the Asian country. So the globe, you need to understand well, you need to speak well the global language, which is English. So English communication is very much important for a job in this industry. Right. Critical thinking again is very much important, and teamwork again is very much important for these job roles. So you need to prepare yourself for these additional skills also. Now I'll talk about briefly about the IICRS. IICRS is a premium institute, and we are training graduates and professionals in clinical research. And we have a very much tailored program as per the job roles. And our syllabus curriculum are at par with the global standards. This is one point to understand that trial is same everywhere on this earth, because trial is not a local process, always a global process. Once drug is developed, it is tested again. The various types of people, the geographical locations are considered, the environment is also considered, ethnicity is also considered. So drug is always a global phenomenon. So standard global procedures are followed. So our syllabus is standard with the global syllabus. You can work anywhere in the on this earth after completing these programs. And now, like I told you, it's a global syllabus that the industry, we are meeting up the international curriculum. All the trainers at IICRS, they are senior industry professionals. They are working into the industry. I cannot take the names of the people because it's privacy regions. But all when you will join the course, you will find all people with at least 15, 16 years of experience at a very senior level in top of the companies. And we have like one live projects facility with you. Once you will go for the course, you will work on the live projects. For that, we have tie-up with a US firm, and it's a life sciences company. And they will provide their platform for the practice of the software or the data sets. And at the end of the program, they will provide you the internship for that period, the course duration. Now, as I was talking about, like the global industry curriculum is there, senior industry trainers, live projects again is very much important, because you are going to work in the real project, on a real project or the real industry. So how the data is going on, how the analysis is going on, you need to learn all the things. This is not a degree program. This is just job oriented program, and we will prepare you for the job roles. And as explained, we have tied up with a US firm. There is very much important thing, because all of you are here for a job. So guaranteed placement support, IICRS is giving you the guaranteed placement support. It means we will first make you ready for the interviews. Like we'll train you on the soft skills, your communication skills, how to present your CV, how to make your CV, and there will series of mock interviews. There are a lot of people, a lot of students who are not confident of speaking, not confident of presenting this. So we'll have a series of mock interviews so that you can be confident of facing HRs. So the guaranteed placement is always there. It will continue. The placement support will continue until you get the job. Means once your syllabus is over, we will start giving you interviews in the big companies, depends on your location. We have like India has 5 important locations for the jobs. This is Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Delhi NCR majorly. So 4 5 cities are there. And apart from this, like some jobs in Ahmedabad, some in Chandigarh, they are available. But if you talk about the major jobs, you should be really like either working in Delhi NCR, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Pune. Now, we have courses in various domains, like for the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, SAS. Again, we have very good faculty, very expert people, team for the clinical SAS. And for the regulatory affairs, medical writing, business analytics, and IPR and patents, we have programs for all the domains. Now, our program advantage. If you talk about the program advantage, the first, all the sessions will be in the live e-learning mode. There are two different regions for going live with these programs. We don't have any physical classroom. The first, most of the people are either from the industry or from a remote location in this country. So if you need to travel to a city for taking just a course, it is again a very costly affair. And again, you are wasting your time also, because in the real world setting, you are going to work in the live environment or the online environment. So we are training you in the same environment. Second, the trainers are from the industry. Trainers are not local people or the local university professors. We hire only industry people, because end of the day, you are going to learn the what is the practical aspects, how you will apply your knowledge into the domain. So even the trainers are working somewhere in the industry, so they take the classes from their locations. Now we have one very much important thing, like we have 24/7 LMS, and it's a lifetime access. You can access these LMS throughout your life. So whenever you feel that you need to revise your topics, even in during your career, you can go back and revise. We have the real software training for these programs. We have real software training, like we'll give you access of the actual software, and we'll give you actual data, live data from the industry, and they will you will practice on these datas. Again, I explained, we have real industry trainers and the guaranteed placement support, that we will always with you until you are placed. Now talk about the course duration. We have the highest course duration in this country, and this is 500 plus hour combined training. That is more than 400 hours of theoretical training, and more than same amount is a practical training, because after every class you will be given the assignments that you have to practice. So if you talk about if we teach you 4 days a week for 4 hours, next 4 hours you have to practice on these data. Now I explained earlier also that we have international internship with US firm, and you will get one international internship certificate after the program, and this will be from the US company. It will be written on the certificate that you work with that company, and this is a Chicago-based company. We have a pre-placement training where we will train you on every aspect. Like I told you, communication skills, CV writing, soft skills, paper presentation, mock interviews will be there. Now, it's very much important, like for the first time in India, we have introduced artificial intelligence in the clinical trial courses. The reason behind, even in the pharmacovigilance, lot of industry are using AI. You need not to worry about the AI, that AI will, I'm facing a lot of questions from a lot of candidates that AI will eat up my job. It will not, it will never happen. AI will help you in analyzing the things and making your job faster. So we can conduct more and more trials. Suppose in case if you are conducting, you're writing 6 or 10 reports a day, after using AI, you will be able to write or analyze 20 or 30 reports a day. In that sense, the company or the CRO will be able to conduct more trials. So AI will always help you, and that's why we have included AI in our syllabus. And the very detailed AI training will be there. We'll train you on how to use Chat GPT, Google Gemini, and how to use these artificial intelligence into your clinical trial work or the pharmacovigilance jobs. And again, the international internship from USA is there. Now, you can, this is about the courses that I'd like to explain. And you can contact on the given number or on the right to the mail ID also. Uh, Thank you. This was my presentation. And now, before starting the Q&A session, I'd like to share something with you. The first very important thing that I want everyone you to understand, that they feel that job is everywhere, and without any proper training, they will be able to get a job. For the same reason, I have requested one company, it's not a big company, to share their backend. the applications on their jobs. And I'll share it with you people. Uh, yeah, I hope it's visible. Yeah. So now just see, there are multiple job roles that company has posted, and I don't want to take the name of the company. You see, there's job posting of clinical data management, and it is on the 22nd March. And same for the pharmacovigilance, and similar for the clinical research job roles. You see, the number of applications is 8,000, 6,000, 5,000. So, do you feel that these much CVs will be considered by this HR? It will never happen. It will never happen. The reason, no one in the team has time to go through such big number of CVs. Right? And what happens in general in any big companies, when the CVs comes to them, there are some software which works in the backend, and as per your CV, it is selected. Final few CVs are selected and goes to the HR, which then goes for the technical round or the HR round. So it's very much important, first thing, that you need to understand how to prepare a CV, right CV. You see, this is a small company, the IQVIA or the Cineos or the Parexel, they get thousands and thousands and sometimes lakhs of CVs, because there are a lot of people from the life sciences background. Every year, even we are producing 5 lakhs B pharma candidates. So you can analyze or assume how is the big number of the applicants. Second thing, it is very important to understand that sorry, it's very important to understand that if you apply abruptly for the same job role in a same company, there is policy. There's a policy in every company that if they don't consider your CV for the interview, they will bar you for at least 30, 90 days, and it's up to 180 days. So every time you're applying for the next job role in the same company, you are just barring yourself from getting interview call. So don't apply abruptly on any job role. I see candidates applying for every uh, jobs which is coming to the domain, or either in the Naukri or on the LinkedIn, but you are not getting a call. There are two, three reasons. Like, you are not well trained, your CV don't reflect that you have the skills that is required, and which is very much important, because in the industry, when there are a lot of trained people are there, why they will hire fresher, why they will hire people with lesser knowledge? They will always go for the people who have proper skill with them, so that the company don't need to invest time and money. Also, there is a risk involved. Suppose I am hiring any one of you without any proper training, and I am putting you on my training process for next 3 months. It is not guaranteed that you will be trained properly. And at the end of the 3 month, I was giving you the salaries, and I was investing a lot of things on you. There were a lot of expenses on you, and finally, I found that you are not suitable for the process. So that's why now companies are more focusing towards trained candidates who have proper training with software training, with the internship. So they don't want to take risk on their budget. Fine. And now, before I move ahead, just I like to share one of the brochure, that how you will be trained and what are the things that I hope it is visual. Yeah. So I'm just coming to the syllabus part directly, because everything I explained. Now you see what the topics we are teaching you while the course. Like the clinical research is common module for everyone, whether you are going for pharmacovigilance or you are going for clinical data management. Clinical research, artificial intelligence, pre-placement training is common for everyone, because for any domain, you first need to understand what are the guidelines, what are the regulatory policies. So this is the detailed syllabus that we will be teaching you, like the drug discovery, what is the clinical research, regulations and guidelines, role and responsibility is very much important. How to prepare a trial, how to plan a trial. There will be a lot of things in this, like trial planning, trial site design, trial monitoring. These all will be taught in this course. And obviously, there will be software training, like the ETMF, the electronic trial master file training will be there. The second module will be the people who opt for the pharmacovigilance. They will study the obviously again the overview of clinical research and what is pharmacovigilance, what are the regulations, case processing, report generation. Very much important. You need to know what is the case processing, how it is done, what is ICSR, that is individual case safety reports, and aggregate report writing, signal detection rates. So in detail, we'll even the audits inspections, very much important topic. We cannot explain it everything here right now due to the time constraint. And similarly, for the data management, you can see every topic. We'll cover every topic in depth, which you will apply in your jobs or the real industry setting. I will teach you everything with the software training. Complete software training will be there on every module. And the AI, again, is there. It's a common module. Chat GPT, Google Gemini, which was earlier Bard, and how to use the AI in the clinical trial industry. In the pre-placement training, we'll train you on the communication skills, fundamentals of English, presentation skills, soft skills, and interview skills. Even the mock interviews will be there. Right. So these were the syllabus. We'll also share with you on your WhatsApp. Our team will share with you. Now we'll move ahead to the Q&A session. I'll not take a lot of time in presenting the things. There's one thing. Once I'll take the questions from chat box, and you can. After that, we'll move on to you directly. You may raise your hands, and there is a number being displayed in the chat box, being shared in the chat box. You can note down the number for the further query, or you can connect to the Kirti. I think you are connected with her already. Anybody who is not comfortable with English, we can discuss in Hindi also, because this is your starting, and I'd like you to express your views, ask your questions. As far as English is concerned, we will train you and we'll make you practice how to speak English, how to communicate, how to write English. So don't worry, you can ask in Hindi also. So we'll start with the chat box, and there's one question from contact number and email ID. I'll show at the end of the program. And Tariq, I hope you will also get on your WhatsApp. The Kirti has shared. Software training, yes, I explained you. There are a lot of software training, and the live software will be there. We will be sharing you either the university edition or the trial edition, the educational edition, that is again university edition, so that you can practice upon that. Obviously, there are few software which are licensed and which are very costly, but again, we are having these softwares so that you can practice on real settings. Uh, Now, there is a question that do you have been making job profiles on various platforms? Uh, Actually, I am unable to understand the question itself. Ria Gupta is there. So, Ria, just can you ask your questions directly? Are you there, Ria? Okay, I think Ria is not there. Yeah, there is a question kindly mentioned about work from home jobs for those all who are unable to join the office. Smriti Sweta, she's asking the question. Smriti, very honestly, we never misguide anyone. Uh, like if you talk about work from home, no institute can guarantee you work from home. And this was a time during pandemic that people were getting a lot of work from home. Still, there are work from home opportunities in some companies, but for the fresher job entry, companies are preferring the candidates should come to the office, work in the office setup. There are two different advantages also. Like if you are a fresher and you are facing challenges in solving any problem, in analyzing any data. So, is it possible that every time you can discuss with your senior over a phone call or a Zoom or the Google Meet? But when you are in office, you will get instant from your seniors. You will learn a lot from your seniors or even your peers. So it's better to start your career in the office setting, work from office. Don't always go for work from home, but always there is, yes, there are home jobs from home available, especially in pharmacovigilance or even sometimes in clinical data management also. Work from home is available. Fine. Now, Narla is asking about the fee structure. I'll come to the fee structure later on. You will get on your WhatsApp also. Uh, there's a one Ramya is asking about the institute address. Our head office is in Noida. We have office in US also and UK also for the international students. But all the programs are in the e-learning mode. We don't have any physical classes. The reason I told you that the trainers are from the industry. They are from the various corner of this uh, world. So they cannot come down to train you people. It's better to learn in online setting. It will save your time, save your money, will train you on the real work settings. Now, Anushree has asked, why do our CV gets barred for 90 days in any company? It's a general policy. See, why they are getting barred? That's a general policy of the company. Why the company is making these policies? Because suppose they are not considering fit for the job role. Now, what the process understands? The process understands that you are not ready. So at least you will take 3 months to become ready for that specific job role. That's why the company bars you for the 90 days. Some company 90 days, some company 180 days. Depends on them. Right? So it is there in place. So you should always consider yourself applying before applying for the job roles. Uh, now,
Good evening, sir.
yes,
Hello.
Sudhanshu, good evening.
Sir, I have a doubt what is the difference between roles and responsibility of clinical research coordinator and clinical trial coordinator? And which one will be more beneficial if we join?
It's same. See, the terminology is different. Terminology is different. When you talk about the coordinator job roles, it is. Do you know what is coordinator job? I'll quickly explain you what is the coordinator job roles. Like there is a trial design, which is done by the senior people. Trial site selections, they're again done by senior people, and the installation is done. Now the trial is starting at that place, either the trial coordinator or the research coordinator, whatever you term it. Company to company, I always told you it's vary. It depends. The terminology is again the company's policy, what they have the terminology. Their job role is to monitor whether the proper guidelines is being followed or not, the hygiene is being maintained or not, the proper informed consent is being taken from the patients or the volunteers or not. So they are monitoring the guidelines given by either the pharma company or the GCP guidelines. Also, they are more adhering to the GCP guidelines. Fine. So terminology may differ, but the job roles will be almost same. There's a no difference. It's a similar job, and your responsibility is to get the ADR form filled, and which is again submitted on the software, and which goes to the data management, and which they clean up the data, they store the data by removing the discrepancies or the duplicacy, and which is further analyzed by the pharmacovigilance people. Right. Yeah. So this
Oh,
was
oh,
yeah, this was about the job role.
Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
yeah, thank you so much. There is a question. There are many software who tries this and select best one. See, Manju Chaudhary has asked this question about the software, which is the best software. I'll let you know. Every company is using a different software. You don't. It's not like the common software which is used in the programming industry like Java, C, C++, like this. Every company has different software because most of the time it's customized also. It's a customized software as per the trial requirement or the company policy. Basic importance is to understand the process of the software. More or less every software is working in the similar manner. Like if you are into the pharmacovigilance, you will do the drug reaction analysis, ADR analysis, adverse drug reaction. If you are in data management, you will be cleaning up the data, you will be removing the duplicacy, or you will be sorting up the data and submitting the data. So everywhere process is same, software will be different. Don't worry about that. Once the company will hire you, they will put you on small training, short training of 15, 20 or 30 days on their software. But it's very important to understand that you know what are the process of working with the softwares. Fine. Yeah. There are more questions. Again, there is one question from work from home. I answered that question. One more address has asked. I answered the address. There is a question, comment from Varun Singh that recently WH has introduced course on pharmacovigilance. Yes, of course, there are a lot of uh, body who are introducing courses in pharmacovigilance and other domains also. So this is nothing new. There's one question that jobs after completion of the course. Of course, I told you that job will be there, and we have one vertical, separate verticals where we are working with a lot of companies, including the life sciences and the CROs also, and we are working on the senior job roles. We are providing them the candidates for the senior job roles, and we are connected with many companies directly with their HRs and technical heads. And you can even check on my LinkedIn. I'll share my LinkedIn profile that how many people from the life sciences industry are connected, and we always get feedback or the JD from them. Why they share with us? Because they know our students, our training methodology, our trainers, because our trainers also helps us in getting into the industry, and they know our standards. So they share their JD with us, and we select students based on the job roles and the locations, and we share further with the students. So getting job after this course uh, will not be an issue. I told you our team, our placement team will be always with you until you are get placement. So nothing to worry about the placement. We will be always helping you. There's a question that after getting PV job, have you switched in CRA position? Actually, I think the language is some language issues there. So yes, after PV, you can move on to the clinical research job roles also. There's no challenge. M pharmacy students, clinical trial based option. Yes, for M pharmacy, B Pharm, Pharm D, for every life sciences candidates, clinical trial is a best industry option. The reason, and if you talk about the pharma company work job roles, mostly in the laboratory, you are working with the wet labs. A lot of shift roles also, shift jobs also there, night shift, day shift. Whereas in trial industry, it's always day shift, and you are working in corporate structure, and 9 to 5, Monday to Friday job role is there. And again, this is very this is very long term industry, because this is never going to die till there is humans on the earth. There will be drug development and there will be clinical trial process. Right. So now I'll move on to directly to talking to you. uh, the Nidhi has raised her hand. Nidhi, can you ask a question?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Nidhi.
I'm searching job in pharmacovigilance, but
Yeah, yeah, Nidhi.
I'm still confused at what the path I should consider for this job
Nidhi,
because
first
I'm a
let me know
fresher
what is
and
your qualification.
B pharmacy. I'm in last SAM.
Okay, okay. So see, if you are in B Farm, you can go for the clinical research job roles also. You can go for the pharmacovigilance also. Fine.
I will
So
try. Okay, so you will
mhm.
continue.
uh, please ask, please ask. If you have any questions, please ask. No issue.
No,
I'll
no, no.
answer.
I don't have any question. You will
Okay.
continue.
So see, for the pharmacy or the pharmacology background, I told pharmacovigilance is a right job options region. In pharmacovigilance, only people who have studied pharmacology are selected. So you have better opportunity, better probability of getting selected in the pharmacovigilance. Otherwise, our course will have complete clinical research training and pharmacovigilance training. So you will have an option to switch in either in the domain. If at the end of the program, you will be better able to understand or decide that whether you should go for the clinical research. Clinical research at the initial level, it's a work on site. In pharmacovigilance, you are working either in the corporate structure or from work from home. So it's better to go for the clinical research and pharmacovigilance course.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Thank you so much. Siddhanta Mishra is the next one. Siddhanta, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Siddhanta.
Sir, I am did that course on Clean India, but I am not placed yet. So, what will be the placement procedure in that after the course are finished? And
Siddhanta,
what
actually,
is
this is one challenge that I don't discuss about other institutions. They have their process, they have their working methodology. If
okay?
see the basic thing, I'll not compare. Can you switch off your microphone? Thank you so much. Their basic thing you need to understand. There are a lot of institutions. I'll not take any name. They are offering course like a bundle. You are getting clinical research, pharmacovigilance, it's part of data management, regulatory affairs, medical writing, everything they are teaching, and their total duration is not more than 50 or 60 hours, whereas our two module will take 500 hours. So why industry will hire if you are not well trained? I told you at the early of the stage of the discussion that when there is a pool of talented people, they will hire the creams only, those who are ready to work in their setting. So it's again, you did your course. I'll advise you to practice properly, focus on a domain, particular domain. You are not going to work on every domain like simultaneously. You are working on like this data management also, and the clinical research also, medical writing also, regulatory also, or pharmacovigilance also. So why to study all these things? There's no requirement. Fine. So it's better focus on single domain, prepare yourself, do proper software training, which is very much required, and then apply for a job. If you talk about our process, first we'll train you. Will not consider, not think of even placing you before you complete your course, and then our placement department will keep working on you. Will always conduct a mock interviews, analyze whether you are ready for the job roles or not. And there is no dearth of job. A lot of jobs are there. Problem is candidates are not eligible for the job roles. Right? So this was my answer. Anything else you want to ask, Siddhant?
Yes, sir. So, when anyone doing the masters on MSc in that clinical research or pharmacovigilance, they also do that course, or they also provided that course after that.
Mhm.
So they also do that
See,
training session.
as far as you are learning softwares, you are good to go. If you are not learning the softwares, you are not learning the proper syllabus, there is always a challenge.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you. There is a question from Riya Gupta. Do BDS need to do this course or they can directly apply for the clinical research job? Riya, whether you are BDS, you are MBBS, you are graduate in other life sciences topics, I told you these are different job roles. These are the job roles have nothing to do with your qualification. Obviously your qualification will help in the jobs like pharmacovigilance or if you go for the regulatory, but these are the process oriented job roles. You need to learn the guidelines, the process, and the software is very much required. So yes, even BDS, MBBS, BHMS, BMS, they all need to go through these courses for applying to clinical research jobs. There's a one question from Sahil. Sahil asking how could we determine which domain is suitable to for us. Sahil, just if you can come on mic and let me know your qualification, I can guide you.
Um, Good evening, sir. I am a B.Pharm final year student. And I have lot of confusion choosing which domain is suitable for me and
Mhm.
how I can find it. My question is exactly that.
Sahil, I'll just, yeah, very good. That you are B.Pharm final year student, and as I answered earlier also that every pharmacology background people they should consider for clinical research and pharmacovigilance because you studied pharmacology for 4 years. Now you will do the similar things in the domain, like you will do the ADR reporting or analysis, that is adverse drug reaction. You will analyze whether the particular drug is having any side effect or not. Why this is done? First, you need to understand the drug analysis or the ADR analysis is done for analyzing that the drug is safe for human consumption. Fine. So for you, it's better to go for the CRPV course. There's one question. Yeah, there's a question from Varsa that I have completed MSc in pharmaceutical chemistry. I have studied clinical trial and adverse effect all topics. If I do the course, can I get the job? Obviously, after the course, you can get the job because, as I told you, it's very much important to practice on software, understand the guidelines. In the pharmacovigilance, especially the case reporting is important. ICSR, that is individual case safety report. You can connect me directly sometime. I can explain you what the pharmacovigilance process is. So you need to practice a lot of things uh, for getting into the industry. And there's a question that I have done MSc in chemistry and I am suitable for this course. Kaushik Seth has asked the question. Kaushik, you are suitable for clinical research with clinical data management, as per my advice, because you have not studied the pharmacology. So you should not go for the pharmacovigilance because even if someone gives you pharmacovigilance, there will be a lot of challenge in getting the job. So better go for the clinical research with clinical data management. There's a question from, I think, Soumya. I am a Pharma D graduate. I want to join the research and regulatory affairs. Can you suggest how to apply to the company without any course? Because we already have many publications and projects. Soumya, I told many times in this webinar that the entire trial is nothing to do with your curriculum in the pharmacy or the Pharm D or M Pharm, B Pharm, whatever. This is a completely process oriented job where your knowledge will apply in analyzing the drug reaction. Otherwise, you have to study properly what are the guidelines, what are the GCP guidelines, regulatory guidelines, what are the process for softwares that is used. As far as you asked, you want to join the research or the regulatory affairs. Regulatory affairs generally company prefers people who have worked in the pharmacovigilance or the clinical research, because regulatory affair job is to communicate with the regulatory body, and then don't want to take risk on that, because even a single misreporting or the wrong reporting may cause $1 billion penalty on the company, pharma company or the CRO. Many of the pharma company uh, got closed due to the penalty of the regulatory. So the regulatory relations are very much critical. They don't hire fresher in the generally. If they will hire at a very low stage, and so it's better to go through the proper channel, work in clinical research or the pharmacovigilance for a few years, then move on to the regulatory affairs department. Fine. There is one question. Yeah, from Yashasri, is for M-Pharm, pharmacology. Which course is beneficial and what is the future of perspective along with AI? Yashasri, just go on internet and search for the pharmacovigilance job roles or the use of AI in pharmacovigilance. AI is expanding like nothing, and it's working in the back end. The people who are not trained at AI will suffer, because the coming days are of AI, and you cannot refuse this. If you are refusing the existence of AI, means you are fooling yourself. So it's better to get trained on AI. Always there will be, especially in pharmacovigilance, there will be a lot of use of AI. Even in data management, data analytics, data management, there will be a lot of use of AI. There's a question from Ria, BDS, which domain is good? Ria, always go for CR and clinical research and pharmacovigilance. They hire a lot of BDS and MBBS, and you will get good growth in the pharmacovigilance department. Yeah, now the questions. I'm a student of clinical research, and what course should I do? Hetvi Sah. Hetvi, I don't know which level of clinical research student you are into. If you can come on mic, we can discuss.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Hetvi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so what clinical research course you are going into?
Bachelor's of Clinical Research.
Okay, bachelor's of clinical, so good. And are you getting software trainings?
Yes, sir. And recently in fifth sem, and in fifth sem we are giving SAS training.
SAS training?
Yes,
So why SAS in clinical research?
it is a kind of subject curriculum. I don't know why.
Which is a government institute or is a private institute?
Private institute.
Okay, okay, might be. See, I'll let you know, SAS is a different domain. SAS is a statistical analytical system. There you will, you might be studying there like ADAM, SDTM, TFL creation. And
Yes,
so
sir.
the SAS work comes when the pharmacovigilance is done. Why SAS is used? Because I am conducting a trial on 5 lakh people, right? 5 lakh people across the globe. And I am coming with 5 lakhs ICSR. ICSR is individual case safety report. Suppose a person A is being tested for a drug on multiple parameters. So there will be a single report of person A, which will be called the ICSR, individual case safety report. Then there will be combined report of similar patients or the similar reactions. That will be called the aggregate report. Now, there will be lakhs of report. So these lakhs of report cannot be submitted to the regulatory body, because regulatory don't have time to go through all the 1 lakh report. So they want a report on single page, and this single page report is created by SAS people. So yes, SAS is a good option, but again, if you're considering clinical research, you should be studying the ETMF or the pharmacovigilance. This is either Oracle Argus, Tara PV. There are multiple softwares for the pharmacovigilance. SAS again, if you're not working on the trial master file or electronic data capture, again there is a challenge. So SAS, there will be separate training for SAS, and you should, if you are trying to enter into the SAS domain, you should properly train yourself for the SAS. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, there is one question. I am B Farm last year students. Can you tell us about clinical SAS? Yes, Varun. Please note down the number. Just say hi on the following number, which is being sent by Kirti. I can guide you because this session is more about the clinical research, pharmacovigilance, and clinical data management. We'll talk about SAS in details in some other webinar, and which has again got very good career opportunity. So BPharm students, yes, they can go for SAS. But having said that, you should be having a good interest in statistical math, that is biostats, and good mathematics acumen, and data analytics also, and interest in programming language, because SAS looks lucrative, but again, you need to work a lot in programming. So yes, we can discuss SAS later on. Now I'll take some question directly, like Vishal is asking something. Vishal, can you ask?
Sir, how can help CCRP and CCRA course
Pardon?
in clinical research domain?
You are not audible
Hello?
properly, Vishal.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Vishal.
How can help CCRP and CCRA course in clinical research domain?
CRA or whatever. Actually, I am not able to grab you.
Yes, sir. How
Can
can
you
help
just
CCRP and CCRA course in clinical research domain
CCRA?
and CCRP?
Clinical research, CCRP, what is this?
What, sir?
This is CRA job roles, not CCRA.
No, sir. CCRP and CCRA is a course.
There may be some course by some other institutes. I don't have the idea of that.
Sir, it is a global course, sir.
Actually, we are not conducting these courses. These may be specialized. So these job roles are not at the fresher level. So we work with the clinical research job roles and the pharmacovigilance.
And sir, one more question. Sir,
Yeah.
in PV and clinical research domain, which is
Mhm.
the best, what say?
See, this is a repeated question. See, this is a repeated question. Again, I'll let you know. Both have equal the benefits, and both are equally good. In clinical research, the early days maybe work on site, because you need to work on site at the clinical trial site.
Okay.
If you talk about the seniority level, like one of our trainer, he worked in pharmacovigilance for 7-8 years, and now he is a senior centralized monitor in the clinical research domain in a very big company. So it depends on your interest. If you want to work on like regulation guidelines, you are good in studying the policies, go for the clinical research job roles. If you are good at data analytics or analyzing the ADR reactions, you have interest in analyzing the ADR reactions, go for the pharmacovigilance. Again, both have equal importance. All the process works in hand. So there is no difference if you talk about the job roles.
And sir, पीवी से अपना सीआरसी से पीवी में जाएंगे, मीन सीआरसी का एक्सपीरियंस पीवी में ग्रहित होता है क्या सर?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, दोनों का अलग एक्सपीरियंस है। पीवी मैंने बताया कि जब ड्रग को हम किसी इंसान पे एडमिनिस्टर करते हैं, देते हैं, तो उससे जो रिएक्शंस होता है उसको हम एनालाइज करते हैं। ठीक है, तो देखते हैं कि वो जो रिएक्शन है उसी ड्रग के चलते हुआ या ड्रग की सेफ्टी एनालिसिस करते हैं, तो उसका अलग काम है। सीआर का जो काम है वो अलग है, वो गाइडलाइंस को मेंटेन कराती है, ट्रायल कैसे डिजाइन करना है, ट्रायल कंडक्ट कैसे करना है, उसकी रिपोर्टिंग कैसे होनी है, वो मेजर जॉब रोल्स होते हैं उसके। बहुत सीनियर लेवल जॉब रोल्स भी होते हैं, सीनियर लेवल मैनेजर डायरेक्टर लेवल तक के होते हैं। दोनों अलग अलग डोमेन है, रिलेशंस होते हैं क्योंकि दोनों में पॉलिसी सेम गाइडलाइंस फॉलो होती है, बट दोनों के वर्किंग अलग अलग हैं।
और सर और एक क्वेश्चन है, पैसा किस में ज्यादा है, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में ज्यादा है या पीवी में ज्यादा है?
सेम है।
सेम है क्या?
ये आप पे डिपेंड करेगा। एंट्री लेवल दोनों में सेम होती है, सीनियरिटी सेम होती है। आप कितना काम करते हो, कितनी नई चीजें सीखते हो, इस पर डिपेंड करता है कि आपको कितना पैसा मिलता है।
थैंक यू
बाकी
सर।
सेम है। लोग मूव करते हैं, सीआर से पीवी, पीवी से सीआर मूव करते हैं। ठीक
हाँ
है।
सर, इसलिए मैंने बोला सर आपको।
हाँ हाँ, वो मूव करते हैं वो।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
निधि, यू आर आस्किंग सम क्वेश्चन। निधि, एम आई ऑडिबल? अनुश्री, नेक्स्ट अनुश्री।
Sir, good evening.
गुड इवनिंग अनुश्री।
Sir, actually, I just asked you about why we do get banned, like our CV gets banned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Anushri, yeah, please continue. Sorry.
yeah, sorry, sir. Like even after we get banned, no, if there are any referrals, like we know in that company, like IQVR or any topmost companies, like
Mm-hmm.
CROs, then
Mm-hmm.
again it will be banned, or will they reconsider it, sir?
See, if you go through proper process, if you apply on, see, reference is a different thing. Like as we are working, like we are directly connected to the HR or the technical team, so our CV goes in their mailbox. Fine. So there is no question of getting barred or something like that. Now, if I talk about process, if you are getting a reference directly reaching to the HR or the technical team, obviously they will consider your CV. But if you are applying on the job roles, even after reference, the system will reject your CV. There's no human interference. The system directly analyzes which CV should go forward or which should be blocked. So if you're applying through the proper channel, it will get blocked. It again depends, like if you are rewriting your CV, you are improvising your CV, there may be probability that you will get selected. Do I
Yeah,
answer your
actually.
question, Anushree?
Yeah, yes, sir. Actually, I had applied with like improper CV or data or something like that before,
Mm-hmm.
but now I have updated and applied. But still, my I mean, I had a friend in the company and the CRO, and
Mm-hmm.
still it was rejected. The referral was rejected.
I know, I know. Until you are not sending your CV directly on the HR mail, it will get rejected.
Okay, so I have to send the mail to the HR itself, sir.
Yeah, yeah. You send the mail to the HR directly?
No, sir. Actually, there was a referral for the pharmacovigilance department, I think, for a drug safety associate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was the JD. So the
Mm-hmm.
my friend, one of my friends, she referred me through email.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
after that, there was a few rules like to fill the details and all. I had just
Mm-hmm.
filled it like that, and after that also, within 2 days it got I mean rejected. Then when I
This is the
asked her,
reason. Yeah, yeah. Please continue. Continue.
yeah, so that is what I wanted to know. And is there any particular softwares that we have to learn for clinical data management and pharmacovigilance, sir?
Yes, yes, obviously. For pharmacovigilance like Tara PV and Oracle Argus, there are multiple softwares. I'll share my presentation, it's written there also. And
Okay.
like for CDM, it's CleanSoft, multiple softwares are there in the market. Different companies are using different softwares. So you need to
Okay, sir.
understand how to work on the data management or even the pharmacovigilance.
So now when we are going to apply again for the other companies, will the same thing be happening in the other CROs also, sir?
Similar happens with everyone. Are you trained on these job roles?
Yeah, actually, I have done a clinic advanced diploma in clinical research after my B
Okay,
pharmacy, sir.
okay, okay, okay. So get
So that
yourself
is
ready for the software training also.
okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So for the clinical data, I'm looking for CDM or pharmacovigilance itself. I'm
Mhm.
mainly looking for that, and I've been waiting for at least I think 2 years or something. So I'm still not
It's
getting any
better to
offers or
ask your
something.
institution. It's better to ask your institute to help you out. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because that is the only way. If they have the connection with HR, they can help you in getting the jobs. Otherwise, I told you
Okay.
initially, this is a very bad thing, but again, due to the number of students or the people who are ready to apply, the industry has such policies. I shared, like, for a single job role, 8,000, 9,000 CVs are coming for a
Yes,
smaller
sir. Yes.
company. So for the IQVIA, it's more than 50,000 CV are coming. So
Okay,
these
sir.
these are the regions, right? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So the
Okay, sir.
next
Thank
is
you, sir.
Gagandeep. Thank you so much, Anushri. The next
Thank
is
you,
a
sir.
Gagandeep. Gagandeep, please ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Gagandeep.
सर माय क्वेश्चन सर मैं एम फॉर्म सर मैं एम फॉर्म फार्माकोलॉजी से सर मैं कर रहा हूँ तो मैं सर क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स एंड फार्माको विजिलेंस जो जॉब्स वगैरह आती है सर उसमें सर फ्रेशर कैंडिडेट को सर लिया नहीं जाता सर उसके बारे में रिगार्डिंगली क्वेश्चन था मेरा।
ये आपको किसने कहा फ्रेशर को नहीं लिया जाता? आप कहाँ से हो?
सर मैं एक्चुअली मैंने एम फॉर्म में सर मैं कानपुर से कर रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, कानपुर से कर रहे हो। और कौन से ईयर में हो?
सर मेरा सर फर्स्ट ईयर है।
अब फर्स्ट ईयर है, तो आप ऑनलाइन मोड में, ऑफलाइन मोड में हो?
सर मेरा ऑफलाइन मोड में सर।
अच्छा, क्लासेस जाना होता है आपको।
हाँ जी सर।
और फिर तो आप नेक्स्ट ईयर अप्लाई करना, पहली बात। तो दूसरी चीज क्या है कि देखो, बहुत फ्रेशर वैकेंसीज हैं।
ओके सर।
डायरेक्टली कंपनी ओपन naukri.com पे ऐसी चीजों पे कम निकालती हैं। इसका रीजन क्या होता है कि वहाँ मिलियंस ऑफ सीवीज आ जाते हैं। तो वो जनरली क्या होती हैं कि वो रेफरल से ले लेते हैं, या इंस्टीट्यूट्स जैसे हमारे यहाँ से, या इस तरह के जितने भी इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं, वो वहाँ से पिक कर लेते हैं कैंडिडेट, डायरेक्ट जेडी शेयर करके वहाँ से मंगा लेते हैं। उनको पता है उनको ट्रेंड लोग मिल जाएंगे। ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। अगर आप एक बात बताओ कि इंडस्ट्री में फ्रेशर हायरिंग नहीं हो रही है, तो ये सीनियर हो कहाँ से रहे हैं?
यस सर।
ये कॉमन, मतलब ये आंसर है कि ये बहुत बड़ा मिथ है कि हायरिंग नहीं हो रही है। बहुत हायरिंग हो रही है। और वही, अगर कंपनी 1 साल 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस मांग रही है, तो 1 साल 2 साल के लिए पहले उनको फ्रेशर में काम करना पड़ेगा ना। प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है हमारे साथ? हम सबसे पहले क्या IQVIA में अप्लाई करते हैं, सीनियोस में अप्लाई करते हैं, पैराक्सल में अप्लाई करते हैं। आपको ये समझना होगा कि आपको एंट्री करनी है, आपको छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को भी अप्लाई करना चाहिए। अभी आपको प्रोसेस सीखना है ना?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो जॉब आती है, जॉब की कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
और सर सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये सर सर जैसे R&D वगैरह में भी सर सर इनका रोल्स वगैरह रहता है क्या क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स का और इसका फार्माकोविजिलेंस वालों का?
देखो, R&D अगर देखा जाए तो क्लिनिकल रिसर्च और जो फार्माकोविजिलेंस, इट्स कंप्लीट R&D। रिसर्च ही तो कर रहे हैं ना, ट्रायल ही तो कर रहे हैं, ह्यूमंस पे दवाई देके देख रहे हैं कि कोई रिएक्शन तो नहीं हो रहा है। बट अगर आप उस तरह की बात करते हो कि केमिकल R&D, वो नहीं होता है यहाँ पे। कुछ भी, कोई जॉब रोल नहीं है इसमें, या कोई रिलेशन नहीं है। जो फार्मा कंपनी करती है, जिसको आके आप कहते हो वेट लैब R&D, या जो बैक्टीरियल लेवल पे की, वायरल लेवल पे की जाती है, वो यहाँ नहीं होती है। यहाँ फाइनल फॉर्मुलेशन आती है, ह्यूमंस को दिया जाता है, और देख के उसको एसेस किया जाता है, एनालिसिस किया जाता है कि जो रिएक्शंस हो रहे हैं वो रिएक्शंस को एनालाइज किया जाता है।
ओके सर।
ठीक है।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
एक, थैंक यू सो मच। सिद्धांता इज अगेन रेजिंग हैंड्स। सिद्धांता, डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन? Any more questions? There is one question about the fee structure. You will get the fee structure directly on your WhatsApp, because it take a lot of time. There is a question from Akshata that how to get job in PV after B Farm. Obviously, you have to get training of pharmacovigilance with the clinical research, and this is the way you can get into the domain.
Good evening, sir.
No, the question is how to get the job in PV, pharmacovigilance, after B Pharma. So I told that after training, it's possible to get into the domain. There's a question from Varun Singh Khati. PV or CDM, which to choose for B Pharma fresher? You can opt for either. It's depend on your interest. If you want to work with data on the computers, CDM is good. If you want to work on the adverse reaction, drug reaction, PV is good.
Good evening,
Do we
sir.
have any more questions? Or yeah, good evening, Siddhant.
Sir, I have a question about that. What will be better for the clinical research on PG level course as a PGDM program or MSc clinical research? That's kind of things are done by so many students. So,
See, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. First thing, you need to understand this. If you talk about the PGDBM or any postgraduate diploma, right? The clinical trial industry don't need bigger degrees to work into. Region, they are looking for people who have the basic knowledge of the life sciences, and they understand what is the process, and they can work on their platform. So you need to understand how the drug behaves, or the how the human life behaves. So the pharmacovigilance, like if you talk about pharmacovigilance, it's more process oriented. If you talk about the clinical research, it's most theory or the guidelines oriented. Similarly for the data management, so you don't need to go for any long term degree. It it will serve the same purpose. If you are going for a 3 4 month program or a 3 year program, you will get the same salary. Yes,
okay,
Siddhant.
sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, like, there's one thing I want to share with you, because for the first time, the IICRS has introduced this AI in their course. So, we are offering up to 50% scholarship to everybody. The process for this, you have to register for the program, and then you can take this examination, and depending on the score, you can get up to 50% rebate on your fees. And for the fee structure, you can directly connect with the Kirti, and Kirti will share all the details with you on your WhatsApp. And this is a limited time for the first batch only. This offer will be valid for the first batch only, so you can apply for this course. And anything regarding the course design or the job roles or anything else you want to discuss, do you people have any question? You can raise your hands. I think we don't have any question. Siddhant, again, you are raising your hand, so do you have any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So I think we should conclude this webinar, and I'll again share. Yeah, there is a question from Ria, that which cities we can get the jobs. Ria, I told that you can get a job in either of these 5 cities. That is Delhi NCR, and Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. So you may get opportunities in either of these cities. And otherwise, there are a few options in like Kolkata, a few options in Chandigarh, a few in Ahmedabad. But if you talk about the major jobs, it is in these 5 cities. If Versa is asking about duration of the program. The program is of 4 month duration, and there will be 4 days